Hey, portfolio class. This is Eugene Starr just chatting with you here about this week's exercise and collecting all your stuff. So basically, what you're going to be doing is collecting all of your past projects. It's really clear if you look in the instructions. Sorry, I'm making you stare at space there. There we go. You're like, what am I looking at? Don't worry about it. But if you look inside week one, I wrote all this stuff for you. I could read it all to you very slowly, but I'd prefer you read it yourself. But let me try and summarize some of what's there. You can't just submit anything in your portfolio. It's got to be projects, 3-week projects that you did in advanced classes, and hopefully you did well on those projects. If you have some 1-week exercise assignments that you think are worthy, we can talk about it, but I don't accept a lot of them, or I make you beef them up. We can talk about that. This is really about just submitting the stuff that you like, that you can see in your portfolio, and making sure that you show me a variety of things. If you're in this class, you've taken classes in illustration, you've taken classes in photography, you've taken classes in page layout, you've taken classes in typography, and et cetera, et cetera. So it should be some sort of demonstration of a variety of that stuff. Photo compositing like you did in graphic arts too. We want projects like that. But how do you collect them, right? It says video to be added here. So this is me making that video today. Well, there's a few different ways. The way that I like the best personally is just screenshotting. And I got to tell you, I don't. I'm not really a Mac user. I mean, I've worked for places that use Macs, but since we use PCs at the school, I'm just going to show you the PC method. If you're using a Mac, just look up, making screenshots on a Mac. Pretty sure it's just a keystroke. But what I always do is just use the snipping tool. And the snipping tool, I guess they're upgrading it. At least my computer at home says they are, but I don't think it's going away or anything. But basically, to make your life simple, what makes my life really simple is if I wanted to, I could do this. I can just screenshot whatever it is that I want. Just imagine this being a graphic that you created. I'll spare you me looking up a bunch of my artwork. And then I'll press save and save it as a PNG somewhere. So I'll go out here onto my desktop and, like there's me getting an award or something. How wonderful. All right. And I'll just go ahead and create a folder, and I'll just call this my week 1E images. And inside of here I'll say piece 1. All right. Save it. And then I'll scroll down to this video with this strange looking man and snip it. By the way, if you want to get the snipping tool out, you can just type in snip. Probably should have said that to begin with. I just pin it to my taskbar at this point. And let me test something out here. If you press the Windows key, Shift, and S, that should bring up the snipping tool as well. And see how it did? So watch this. I'll snip. It'll do that. Again, that was the Windows key, Shift, and S. And there we go. So I got the snip. That's funny, though. It didn't actually pull up the snipping deal afterwards, though. I guess that just must have copied it onto my clipping board. So there we go. Clipping board. I just coined that term. Feel free to remember that. All right. You have to pay me every time you use it, though. So again, I'll save this thing and I'll call this, piece 2. You just imagine you looking at your own projects and doing this thing that I'm doing here. Now, I could go up to piece 10 or 15 like the assignment once, and I could drive you nuts, but I'll spare you. Okay, I'm going to spare you that hassle. So what do you do now? Well, let me find the images. As long as you have Acrobat DC installed, you could go like this, select both of these, right click, and combine these files in Acrobat. You should be able to do this in any classroom, and if you can't do it at home, it's because you didn't install Acrobat. So if you didn't install Acrobat, install it. You might be like, well, how? Well, I guess I could just show you, I suppose. If you got it, why do you have to be so difficult? Just kidding. You're a metaphorical, hypothetical person. You're not a metaphor. I'm sorry. You're hypothetical. All right. Moving on. So, like it says here, convert to Adobe PDF. Just it should be right there. What I don't like about it is it's not. I mean, it's great, but it's kind of dumb in respect to the fact that I just messed up. Look at that. I'm not remaking the video, but that's how you can turn a JPEG into a PDF. Hey, RDJ, get out of here. You're embarrassing me. No, we're combining files here. So combine files in Acrobat. Does this. Here's the thing I was saying I don't like. It makes it 2 pages. But it also it names itself Binder, and you have to go back and navigate to wherever it is you saved it at. So I'm going to Save As, and I'm working my way back out, trying to figure out, where I saved that, which I find annoying. I just wish it would save it in the same folder, but it doesn't. But, whatever. Nobody takes my advice. Not that I ever gave it. At least not to Microsoft, I'll send them an email later, right? I'm sure they'll respond. Okay, here we go. So I'll just say this is my portfolio pieces combined or whatever. Save it. Yeah, okay, that's great. And there we go. All right. You could copy and paste these. I mean, if you're desperate to make things difficult for yourself, you could copy and paste these into a PowerPoint, each image. But if you want to use Acrobat and you didn't install it, just open up the cloud here. We're going into the Creative Cloud. Oh, yeah. And you can just find Acrobat DC and you can install it. There's Acrobat Reader and then there's Acrobat Pro. The difference is Acrobat Reader comes with just about any computer. It's a way to view PDFs online. Acrobat Pro lets you edit and do all types of crazy stuff. That's the one that you need installed. So make sure and do that. Well, I hope you found this useful for doing your homework assignment, because this is the main thing that you're submitting this week. As quick as you can submit it, I'll try and give you some feedback. So if you have any questions for me, let me know. But that's the main thing that we're doing this week, as boring as it sounds, is we're basically just collecting all of our stuff so we can talk about it. We can't really make the portfolio book until we've got all the pieces picked out. So there you have it.